everyone, welcome to my channel. In this video I will teach you how to crochet such a lovely net bag or market bag. Its height in an unstretched state is 34 centimeters or 13 and 3 inches. The width is 31 centimeters or 12 and 2 inches, and the length of the handles 22 centimeters or 8 and 6 inches. To crochet this net bag, I will use such Turkish yarn, 100% polypropylene, its width is around 3 millimeters. One skein contains 250 meters or 250 grams, and to crochet the net bag we need only around 160 meters or 160 grams of this yarn. I didn't choose this yarn specially for this bag. I just had it and thought I can try to use it for this bag, and it came up very good. But you can use any other yarn for it. We will also need a 3 or 4 millimeters hook. I will use a 4 millimeters hook, one stitch marker, a needle with a big eye, and scissors. First of all, I want to say that if you use much thicker or thinner yarn, you might need to make some changes in the amount of stitches we make in the beginning and in some other moments during our project. But I'm sure it will be clear for you if you need to do it and when exactly. So I start with making 9 chain stitches. Then we insert the hook into the first chain stitch and make a slip stitch. For that, yarn over, take a loop, and pull this loop through this one. So now we got a ring. Make 7 chain stitches. And then we join it to our ring with a single crochet. We insert the hook into the ring, yarn over, take a loop, yarn over, and pull it through both loops on the hook. So we've got such a big loop. We need to make 9 more big loops the same way to get 10 in total. 7 chain stitches, and a single crochet into the ring. This is how it looks like with 10 big loops. We have finished the first row of the bag. Now I will use a needle with a big eye to slip this yarn tip under the stitches around the hole. Then pull it to tighten the hole a little. Let's start the second row. Again, 7 chain stitches. And we make a single crochet stitch into the big loop, the same way as we did it into the ring. Let's place a stitch marker on the big loop you just made to mark the beginning of the second row. Then we crochet every time the same way. 7 chain stitches. And a single crochet into the next big loop. If you want bigger holes in your net bag, then you should make more than 7 chain stitches every time. Or for example, you can make smaller holes while you are crocheting the bottom of the bag, and when you move to its body, to its walls, you can make the holes bigger, making more chain stitches. It's all up to you. Let's finish the second row. We've come to the stitch marker, which means we have finished the row. In the second row and in next rows we should also have 10 big loops, the same as in the first one. The next row we crochet the same way. Don't forget to place a stitch marker on the first big loop of each row. We came to the stitch marker, so we have finished the third row. Now crochet one more row the same way. I've crocheted 4 rows and now we need to make some changes. As you can see, our big loops has almost become flat. The distance between big loops is much bigger now. It looked like this before. And now this way. That means that if we continue crocheting next rows the same way, it will start bending and we will start getting the walls of the bag, so the bag will be very small with very small bottom. Therefore, in the next row we will make increases into every big loop. An increase means that we will crochet 2 big loops into each big loop of the last row. Start the same way. 7 chain stitches, a single crochet into the big loop, and now we make 7 chain stitches, and a single crochet into the same big loop. Two loops into one. We do so with every big loop to the end of the row. So in this row we should get twice more big loops than in the previous ones. In the previous rows I had 10 big loops, then in this 5th row I've got 20 big loops. You see, the increases helped us to keep our crochet flat so we could crochet a bigger bag bottom. And the distance between the big loops now is much smaller again. Next rows we crochet the same way as all previous ones. We make one big loop into each loop of the last row, so we don't make any increases anymore. I will crochet 4 more rows this way. Now I have 9 rows, and you can see that again my loops has become flat and the distance between them big. If I want to continue crocheting the bottom of my future bag to make it even bigger, then in the next row I should make increases again. Now my bottom is 33 centimeters or 13 inches, and this is enough for me for my bag that I want to crochet, so I will not crochet a row with increases. If you want a bigger one, then crochet increases in the next row and then crochet as many rows as you want for your bag bottom. So after I'm satisfied with the size of the bottom, I continue crocheting next rows completely the same way, and I don't need to think about rows with increases anymore. Since I will not make increases anymore, next rows will start bending and I'll be getting the walls of the bag. So we crochet as many rows as we want for our bag height, but last couple of rows we will crochet in a bit different way. Now I will crochet 8 more rows without increases. So I've crocheted 8 more rows. Now my bag's height is around 33 centimeters or 13 inches. I'm gonna crochet 2 more rows, which will be the last ones, but I want to make my bag a bit narrower on top of it. Therefore, I will crochet last 2 rows in a bit different way. In the next row, I will make 5 chain stitches instead of 7. Everything else is the same. So 5 chain stitches, a single crochet into the big loop, so the big loops are becoming smaller, and the bag itself is becoming narrower here. I finished this row, and in the next row, in the last one, I will make 3 chain stitches instead of 5. I've finished my last row. This is how it looks like now. The last step is to crochet handles for our net bag. Let's make one more big loop. Now we make one more single crochet into the same big loop where we've just made the last stitch. And one more into the same big loop. Then a single crochet in the middle of the stitch between the big loops. Now we will make 3 single crochet into each big loop and 1 single crochet into the stitches between the big loops. We make 3 stitches into the big loops because in the last row we made 3 chain stitches for each big loop. So if you made different amount of chain stitches, then make the same amount of single crochet into each big loop now. 3 single crochet stitches into the next big loop, a single crochet between the big loops. But we shouldn't forget about the handles. So let's start the first handle from here. Make 60 chain stitches. Make sure that the chain is not twisted. Now count 6 big loops and make a single crochet into the stitch right after the 6th big loop. Then we continue crocheting like before, 3 single crochet into each big loop and a single crochet between the big loops, along next 5 big loops. Now the second handle, 60 chain stitches, and a single crochet into the stitch right after the 6th big loop. Finish the row. And let's make a single crochet into this stitch. We've come to the stitch marker, which means we have finished the row, and now we will crochet the last one. Make single crochet stitches into the middle of each single crochet from the previous row. When we came to the handle, we make single crochet into each stitch of the handle, but we insert the hook under the bottom loop of each chain stitch. Like this. I've come to the end of the handle. Now continue crocheting the same way all along the back, the second handle, and to the end of the row. We have finished the last row. Leave a tip and cut off the yarn. Pull out the tip. I will use a needle with a big eye. Skip next stitch and slip the needle under the second one. And now we need to bring the tip back into the same stitch where it comes from. Hide the tip under the stitches from inside the bag. And cut off the rest of it. Our net bag is ready. You can change the size of the bag, crocheting different amount of rows in the bag bottom and in its body. And also you can make the handles shorter or longer, making less or more chain stitches in them. But be aware that the handles and the bag will stretch with the use, especially if you put a lot of heavy stuff in it. So keep this in mind when deciding which bag size to crochet. If you liked the tutorial, please leave your thumbs up, subscribe and share, and also don't forget to click on the bell to be the first to know about new videos on my channel. Thank you for watching and see you soon!